So, a wise man once said, well, they said a lot of things. But today, I am honored to do this video for the love of my life. My wife, Jhane. One more year upon them. One more year upon them. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Jhane, I love you. I celebrate you today. And I just want you to understand how much me, friends, family, how much we appreciate you. As you celebrate this milestone of being 30, I pray that you'll enjoy. But before we get to that day, we just want to take a journey in the life of you. How much you have grown, how much you have become this beautiful butterfly. And who better to ask than the person that have raised you and have watched you become this beautiful young lady inside and out. So come with me, Jay, take a journey with me, and we're going to hear from those who know you the best. And these are their story.
It's so funny that all three sisters were pregnant at the same time at one point, yes.
Wow.
At one point, we're all pregnant, and elder sister Mercedes, she had Matthew in the July, and then Jhane was born the November, and then my daughter Simone was born the January, right after. So 3 cousins close enough. So I met Jhane. It was awesome, to know that I had a niece through her mom. Her mom had always wanted to have a child because I had gone ahead and had one already. So, it was the greatest thing for her and mommy to have her, and for us to see that she has a wonderful baby.
So I remember she always shared me about coming here, I guess during the summers,
Yes.
and she did internship here at
Yes,
one point
yes,
in
yes,
time.
yes.
What was that like, seeing Jhane going through that process? The little Jhane that you knew.
All right, so Jhane would come in the holidays at Christmas when Auntie Mercedes would come, the family would come, and she was old enough, she would come down on the bus and spend time with us. And just thinking of Jhane and those times I would see her, each time it's as if I'm watching a butterfly, right? The stages of the butterfly. Each time you see her, another feature, something else. Wow, she's maturing. Wow, look how beautiful she is on the outside and on the inside. Pull back, feel proud. We have memories. We would go to the trips to the country. We always made sure that she was visiting her grandparents and her uncles there. She was an integral part of the family. She was well loved, well accepted. Grandparents looked forward to her. She got along well with her cousins when she was here, the ramp, have their good times, played games outside, indoors. Fun memories they have. Simone would say they remember taking Jhane to Pizza Hut. Jhane loved pizza.
Yeah.
And so Uncle Raymond was there just spurring her on and encouraging her to have that pizza. And that day, Jhane ate 6 slices of pizza. 6 slices of pizza. Yes.
Jhane.
Wow, we knew that she loved pizza then, so we always made sure when she's visiting Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
And he loved her ketchup.
Still do.
Jhane is coming, make sure we have extra ketchup in the house, because ketchup on the bread, ketchup on the egg, ketchup on the rice, ketchup on everything. Jhane, did you taste the food first? It's curry. It's going to spoil the taste, no, auntie. Love the ketchup.
Ketchup for sponsor, Jhane.
Ketchup, yes.
Yeah,
Grace tomato ketchup.
What can you say about Jhane then and Jhane now? I know she's turning 30.
Yes, a significant number.
Significant number.
Significant number.
Yeah.
The Jhane then is now the butterfly is at the final stage. The butterfly has gained her wings and is learning to fly.
Yeah.
Is learning to fly on her own. Jhane would, there are times she would be quiet and pull away and just to herself, and we'd have to include her. Come on, Jhane, you know, you're here with us, spend time, and you'd have to pull stuff out of her. But now, I hear Jhane, she has met somebody's son, and when they hear the laughing and the carrying on, I'm like, is that Jhane? Is that the Jhane I know, you know? She is very assertive, you know, self-esteem is up there. She's coming to her own.
Yeah.
So I'm amazed. I can say I've seen the butterfly come. I've seen what God has done in Jhane.
Your first thought, if I can remember, when you first time you laid eyes on Jhane, you know, what was that like for you?
Yeah, that was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing day. So unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to be there when she was delivered, because it was in the operating room. It was a C-section. But when I went into when her mother came out of the operating theater and was back in her room, and I went and saw Jhane, this little thing, you know, pink, and it was overwhelming. Yeah, she took my breath away.
What was it like, even Jhane growing up? She always tell me that she come from Waterhouse.
Yeah, well, she in that she's not wrong, you know. When we came home from the hospital, we actually did go to Waterhouse, and we were there for the first few years of her life. She likes to talk about she's from these streets.
Yes.
I don't know which street she's talking about, because she was in Waterhouse for only the first, fully.
Right.
Only for the first 3-4 years of her life.
I'm happy you said that.
Yeah.
So I can use it again. Sorry now.
and then you know, due to circumstances, she actually lived with her Aunt Denise, who was from Red Hills to Vectis Avenue, and then to Tucker Avenue, and that's where she grew up until she came back to live with me when she was a teenager. But during that time, especially when she was at Tucker Avenue, when they moved to Tucker Avenue, I would be there with her. I was still living in Waterhouse, but you know, I would spend just about every day with her up until when I left, or by until then, to go back to Waterhouse. Yeah, and then on the weekend, more often than not, I take her home to Waterhouse with me, and we'd spend the weekend together. I suppose that's when she actually, and this is, you know, even as she was growing up, so I suppose that's when she would actually get to know these three.
See, Jhane, I was talking about Waterhouse come from. Ask Daddy, Waterhouse.
I guess that would be her exposure to these streets that she loved to talk about. Jhane, I wouldn't necessarily call her a late bloomer, but I have seen and noted the growth. The older she has gotten, she has become more responsible and taken more responsibility for the results she gets in life. So, like I say, you know, when she was younger, you know, you have some kids, they're just, you know, into the book, and that wasn't Jhane. Not to say that she didn't do her work, but you know, she liked to have a good a good time with her friends and cousins and so. But as she grew older, she became more. The more she aged, the more she matured, and so by the time she got to UTech, she was this more self-assured person who, knew what she needed to do to get through the course of study at UTech, and she put her mind to it, and she got the result that she set her mind to. She always said that she wanted to strive to make me proud of her, to get the kind of result that she knows I'd be proud of. And I must say that she has made me proud. She's become that kind of button-down person that parents would want their child to become, and probably would have wanted the child to be that person from a very young age, but that wasn't Jhane at the time, but she has become that person now. And I can't say that I'm not pleased and proud of the person she has become, the woman she has become.
Again, I am honored again to sit with you and have this discussion, and I know when Jhane sees this, hope she don't cry.
Hope she's not mad at me.
I think she going to me for a little bit. but for sure, just I know when she hear these words coming out from you, I know it's going to mean so much to her. That her dad, that she feel like, coming from Waterhouse,
the streets.
These streets,
the mean streets.
Good.
The mean streets.
I know where you guys are at. I will say one thing that I remember, she shared this conversation, and she was saying how much, you and her are like, big people together, like you're in our size,
Not quite.
So not I just feel like it's just that, just the proudness that she can, come to her dad and talk to her dad about anything, and I see that joy every time she get the opportunity to talk to daddy. Starting back from foundation. When Jhane, you heard the story when Jhane moved in with you, and you met Jhane and this little baby Jhane. How was that for you? Meeting your niece, who eventually became like your daughter. Yeah.
Well, actually, I remember I would have met her before she came to live with us. But yes, so we sort of developed a little bit of a relationship prior to her moving in, because I used to pick her up on a Saturday. At that time, we used to have children's ministry at church, Feltab, on a Saturday. So just about maybe when she might have been about 2, 3 thereabouts, I would pick her up and to take her to children's ministry. And she going to hate for you all to know this, but she could have ball. Lord have mercy. Jhane would ball from start to finish. When I pick her up till I drop her back off, she would be balling. So what can I tell you? Still ball, used to love to cry, was quite feeble in that the slightest little thing, Jhane would fall down. Jhane would fall down, and I always used to say to her, I need to fatten you up, man, so that your legs get stronger. But so that was Jhane back then, being 4 and going to Covenant Christian Academy.
That's the prep school.
That's the prep school.
She talk about her prep school.
So so herself and Zoya. Zoya were enrolled there. Right.
So how, tell me about Jhane now as a teenager. I don't want to jump the question, but I remember she talking about when she went to UTech. Well, that's not a teenager, but when she went to UTech to do, what's that called now?
I think
tourism.
it was Well, she was actually enrolled to do business.
Business, right.
Yes, because she wanted to. She thought, I think we thought she would have done tourism management, whatever they call it now. During my time, it was institutional management and food science. But her dad wanted her to do, he probably never thought, this is me using my own words now, he probably never thought the food thing was too prestigious for his lovely daughter, his graceful daughter. But I knew that she had a love for it, you know, she had a kind of liking for it. So I thought that is what she would have, you know, enrolled to do. And I was really looking forward to us becoming a mother-daughter baking team, a build up the whole place and take over.
Oh, so you make a change.
So to my disappointment, when I hear she's doing business administration.
Administration.
I said, wow. But that was short-lived. So, you know, after a year, I think she did a year, she really realized that that was not her thing. And she decided to switch with a little bit of nudging from you know who. Right. And I was so happy to know that she went to do, you know, the course that she is. You know.
And she is now one of the best bakers
you understand
in the world.
Exactly.
And it's all thanks to you, I must say.
Praise. I need not tell you how proud I am of her. That nowadays I will tell people, as a matter of fact, that, you know, if I'm not, like when I'm overseas and somebody needs a cake, I have no problem recommending her to do it, and I will tell them, listen, she'll do an even better job than myself, because right now I don't have the time and sometimes not too much of the patience to spend the time. And I know Jhane is very, very meticulous.
Yes,
she is executing that her art.
That
you understand?
That is true. That is true. What can you say about Jhane, just growing up to be this young lady that she is today?
Well, right. I can't even pinpoint exactly at what point Jhane really took the helm and, you know, asserted herself, put herself in that position where she's not afraid to speak her mind and to, you know, speak about the Lord. And, you know, as a matter of fact, of all of the children I raised, I think Jhane has been the one who has represented God and Christ, you know, in a most defiant way, and, you know, being able to accept Jesus Christ as our Savior and to stand on the Word and all, like, give me counsel sometimes and speak into my life. That for me is, you know, when she's not afraid, she's bold to, you know, to speak, and I'm saying, wow. We can't take any credit for that part of it, you know, but I really am proud of the woman that she has become, the Christ-like woman that she has become.
Nice.
Over the years that I've seen you grow and spend time with us, you've always reminded me of a rosebud. And a rosebud is always delicate, but always full of promise. And you were quiet, you were reserved, you were shy. But just like any rosebuds, I knew you held within you something extraordinary and something that was waiting to blossom. And over the years, I can say it's been a privilege watching you grow up, watching you slowly open, and letting your beauty, your grace, and your strength shine through. And each season of your life has been like a petal unfolding, revealing more of your depth. It's more of your wisdom and more of your warmth to all who are around you. And you've bloomed, I can say, into a truly remarkable woman. I mean, all who have known you over the past 30 years can say this, that they have truly seen you open up and really show who you are, coming from that quiet little reserved girl who would sometimes just be by herself. And it has just been a blessing to see you grow and to bloom in this way. And, you know, as we are celebrating your birthday, I just want to say that may this next year bring you even more growth, more beauty, and more of life's sweet fragrance. And like a rose that you are, may you continue to stand tall, thriving in the garden of life, surrounded by people who appreciate your uniqueness. And may God's blessing shower you as you continue. May your heart be filled with His peace, and may your soul be filled with promise. and your life with abundance. Jhane, you are indeed a gift to everyone around you, and do not forget that. You are loved.
As we, approach this big 3-0, I don't know if there any encouragement you would like to, give to Jhane, say to Jhane, as she approach this big milestone.
Well, I guess all I can say is that she has made been on a remarkable journey so far, and she has made many strides in the right direction, fewer strides in the wrong direction than she has made in the right direction. Yeah. And I'll just say that, your love of your family and your friends, the love that you have for them, the love that you show them, the compassion and empathy that she has for people, even people she doesn't know, can only stand her in good stead going on in life. Yeah. And I'd say, there's nothing to change. Only for you to grow. Yeah. Jhane is a wonderful, remarkable young lady. I am proud to call daughter. I am proud to be her father. And, I just say, happy birthday, Jhane. It's a big 3-0. You soon drop out, your age soon drop off the calendar. But, you have done a remarkable job of growing into your destiny, growing into the person you were always meant to be. And I am so very proud of you, and I love you to death.
Jhane, you reached that milestone 30. That's a significant number spiritually. That's the age Jesus was when he started his ministry. John Baptist, Joseph became prime minister. This is a year of, it's a shifting. Like the former years, you've been prepared. You're being prepared. This morning, as I thought of you, I also thought of a seed being planted, and you put that seed in the ground. And it's almost like you've forgotten the seed because it's buried, it's deep down, it's dark, it's unnoticed, you don't know what's happening under there, mate. It's forgotten, but awesome things are taking place under there as it germinates, as it gets watered. And that's what I see when I think of you. You thought you were forgotten sometimes, and some hardships that happened in your life, and you thought you were alone, just like the seed is under there. But God, He didn't forget you. You were on His heart all those years, preparing you, building into you, nourishing you, making into who you are. And as you come up into your 30th year, and I just feel this is the year you're going to begin to walk into your divine calling, and that there's a shifting. And it's just a year where responsible things are put on you, responsibility. I just pray that as you step out and as you step into what God is bringing you into, you do so knowing God's got you, knowing that He has not given you a spirit of fear. I remind you of Jeremiah 29:11. For God has great plans for you, an awesome future. And I just pray all the best for you, that you continue to amaze us as God amazes you, and you continue to be that sweet, beautiful soul you are on the inside. And you continue to shine and just enjoy life as God bring it, and continue to be that wonderful niece and cousin and wife, and friend that you are to everyone. So I just speak God's blessing over you and say that your best is yet to come.
What would you want to say to Jhane?
To Jhane,
Yeah.
that I am so proud of the woman that you have become. I think God in his wisdom knew that somehow we would have ended up, it was meant to be that we were to be mother and daughter from way back when. So this is why, you know, he has put it in your heart. The passion that you have for baking is not buck up. That is not buck up. So he really intended for you to walk in my footsteps, to be my daughter. And, you know, I am really proud of the way that you have, you know, taken on the whole thing of the baking, and, you know, how you have embraced it, and you have, you know, just plod your way and establishing your own thing. And I know that he has a lot more in store for you where that is concerned, and where it comes to being, you know, the strong Christian, you know, powerful woman of God that you already are. I know he has much more in store. So as you embrace it and allow him through the Holy Spirit to lead and guide and to just possess you completely, that no doubt I know the world has great things to, you know, to see from you.
Big one, 30, wow, almost off the calendar. But guess what? I always say, Jhane, you know, as we grow and you have come into yourself, you know, and I'm loving it, and I love you, and I'm just grateful that God brought you into my life, because, you know, sometimes we don't understand, but the Lord knows the plans. He knows where he's going to, you know, what the situation is going to be, and so the role that each person plays in helping another person to lift them up. And so I hope I did help you in a good way of, you know. And so 30, happy birthday, and I wish you so many more years of good times, happiness, you know, wonderful marriage, love of your life, everything that's good, and, you know, continue with, you know, blessings, and, you know, you're always going to be, you know, special. You're a special girl, you know, and just remember that. So whenever that little confidence, you just remember that.
Yes.
That we love you a lot. All of us, we love you.
Sure, Jhane, when she see this,
Yes.
you better stand up beside her with some tissue.
Tissue, because I remember it's long time she loved ball.
Yeah. So thank you, Auntie. Love you. Jhane,
Love you too.
Hope you enjoy.
Yes.
As we close this one, a toast to
A
Jhane.
toast to Jhane.
Yes.
Happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday.
Love you.